See, Brian only talks about pizza. I actually eat it. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know why I always try to dodge that from that position. Boom. Thor Ragnarok. That's how it's done. Boom, 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 boom. Adios. What happened there? Here we go. Hey Cam, how's it going? You doing all right today? I'm just trying to use up all this energy that's going to expire today. No idea why I have so much energy. It's too long. How long does it last for? I didn't even look. Especially since I'm going to be done with it, like today. Oh, I guess he goes unstoppable. Oh, is this one of those where you have to do an intercept? Really? I don't know. He loses it too. That's the power of Thor Ragnarok right there. The mighty Thor. Getting some lag in the middle of the fights. Well, it was interesting that they released it and you couldn't do the whole thing right at first. They had to resend it. Just the first chapter was available at first. But how you doing, Jacob? Anyway, how you dreaming? Do you think you could come into this stream without harassing me? I mean, is that in your nature at all? Because I don't. Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't think you have it in you to be slightly nice or pleasant. Not. You'll try. Oh man. Oh man. Thanks. Yeah, Mysterio gets rocked pretty hard by Corvus. What I've found, except when I get rocked, I guess. Oh, thank you for stopping by. Thank you very much. Oh, so you're nice to him, but if I were to use a bunch of items on Mysterio, then you'd be all over me. But welcome to the chat, guys. Thank you. Yeah, Corvus absolutely destroys him. Absolutely destroys him. That armor break and massive damage. Plus, I like the fact that I have a Nightcrawler right off the bat, so can get 2 charges right away. First time I fought him with Corvus, I had all 4 charges. This last time was 3. The first time I went through, I didn't have Corvus because he was still in Alliance Quest, um, and it was a little more challenging um, with the team that I brought, but didn't have to use any items or anything. Yeah, with Corvus, it's just a straightforward fight. I don't think it's his. I did notice his special one a little harder to figure out than his special two. His special two is easy. You can back up and get away from all the illusions and all the hits. I mean, you don't. I mean, it's very easy to evade. Special one has like 3 parts to it. A little more challenging, but nothing special. Yeah, I think they try to make. Wow, that's awful. They try to make these bosses. They create these nodes that plays to their strength. Kind of shows you how they could be good. Um, but a lot of times you get the champ after you're like, oh wow, I'm getting my butt whooped by this champ. And without those nodes, they're not, the greatest. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Well, let's get some Thor action going on here. Everyone's favorite champ, Thor Ragnarok. Just so that people can't say I don't use him. He is so helpful in every way, not just prestige. If you disagree with me, that's your opinion. Yeah, definitely in the top 100, I'd say. Challenge that. Name 40 worse than Thor Ragnarok. I don't know. What's so bad about Thor? When he gets his special three, he does a ton of damage. Obviously, you have to build up the special three, but yeah. Let's see if Quake can do anything here. I haven't tried her yet against this champion. The damage, wow, there's no damage. So he must have some kind of mechanic, and now I'm hmm. So he must have some kind of mechanic where his damage is obviously reduced when his helmet's not broken. I haven't read him yet, but yeah, Quake does not stand too well against, at least on the event quest version. Maybe I'll have to read the notes to see if there's something that I'm missing. Yeah, that's why Thor's on the team. I could put Nebula in there as well. But yeah, he gets 6% more damage for Corvus. That was interesting. I'll read him the next time, see why that's happening. But yeah, Quake was doing no damage at all, and then she got the poison on her. Um, so that is not a good fight for her. Good to know. Good to know. Dreamin', we're not talking about the champion right now. We're working on the Uncollected event quest. We're not worried about 6.2 right now. Kind of stick to topic, if you would. It's because of the Viscia resistance plus his helmet. Okay. We will talk about the champion on every stream. Okay. I'm glad you're fixated on that. You know, at some point in your life you'll get a life and, you know, not have your world revolve around me. You know. But all right, Ricardo. I'll see you later. Thank you. It's also very interesting that I got all that. Hey, Becky, how's it doing? How's it going? ¿Cómo, cómo estás? All right, Draymond. I'll see you later. People enjoy the topic. Give them what they want. Yeah, that's great. But Dreamin', if people want to talk about me on your stream, doesn't that you know say something? I don't know. Just saying. Just saying. All right. Let's take on Havoc. What does he get? Bubble Shield, aggressive, whatever. Bring it on.
Did you remember I was going to target it too?
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Even bribe Xavier.
Do you think Kabam will ever nerf Quake? I don't know. They may. I think it's been a while. People hadn't really caught on to Quake for the longest time. I've been using it for a long time, and I kept saying all these good things about Quake, and really people didn't really you know do anything, didn't really use it, didn't really acknowledge it, and it wasn't until fairly recently that people really um, realized how good of a champ she really is. It was a small group before that, but it's pretty easy to nerf Quake if you really don't want. Um, if if Kabam really didn't want Quake winning a certain fight, they would just give that champion True Strike, and it's over. So they can nerf her anytime they want just by putting a True Strike node, like they do on the boss fights and Alliance War and stuff like that. That just takes care of it right there. But I certainly hope not. She's a favorite of mine for a long time. Alright. So what? Enhanced poison. See, that toxic behavior is where where I started getting poison. Interesting. Okay. All I know is I can't quake him, but Corvus beats him senseless, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Blade. When Blade came out, he was, you know, the best for everything, right? And now with some of these other champs, it kind of, I mean, Blade's still a good champ, but it takes away from, he doesn't have to be the champ that does everything because of champs that have come out like, Corvus, Ghost, Omega. Some of these champs that can do what he does, you know, and do better. Blade's still really, really good champ. Regen is really good, so sustainability is there. He doesn't hit as hard as some of the other champs, but definitely not forgotten. I still use him quite a bit. You can't evade anymore. Um, yeah, he can be used for longer fights. Um, just the problem with using Blade for a lot of people is he doesn't deal the damage that some people are used to from the other champs. If the opponent bleeds, and obviously if you have danger sense, he's going to deal a heck of a lot more damage than he normally would. But I mean, I did the why did I just buy? Oh my god, did I just buy that? What an idiot! Um, I did the labyrinth with him for the most part. So I mean, he can definitely has his uses for sure. Here, I just bought an energy refill. So dumb. Uh, yeah, if it's a long fight, if Corvus has to refresh his charges, like I would prefer to use Blade in when I'm farming in Realm of Legends, because I know he's gonna stay alive, and when you have to refresh Corvus's charges, he can takes quite a while. Um, but how often are you fighting those fights? I mean, for the most part, when you're using a champ, you're fighting them in arena, you're fighting them in war or alliance quest. So you're really looking for those quicker fights, those high damage fights. Are they going to be useful in that situation? Um, Corvus is also much more. suicide friendly because he's going to gain off the bleed. So you know, and that special 2 is just devastating. So that's just where it comes into play. I mean, if you don't run suicides, you're probably more apt to use blade. Um, but for the majority of the fights that we have in the game, not longer fights, it's more of the shorter fights. Every champ has their weaknesses and their strengths, and you know, people have preferences. You know, I like a lot of champs that other people don't like, and there's other champs out there that people like that I really don't care for as much. So it's all a matter of preference sometimes. Yeah, Ghost is one of those champs that is very strong. Um, she is able to do things that other champs can't do because of her ability to make the opponent miss and then immediately counter. You don't have to block with Ghost. There's a lot of really good things that she does, and her damage output is ridiculous um, on her specials. So and suicide friendly. You know, those champs. That's why they're so popular. I'm not the hugest Ghost fan, but people that are good with Ghost, I mean, they can do things that people can't. Yeah, Ghost is suitable for any fight. If you have like she's a labyrinth champion. She's probably the fastest labyrinth champion out there. Um, just because of her damage output. If she's coupled with suicides and a full ghost team, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous damage output, and she doesn't. If you play her right, you won't take any damage. So, I mean, how can you argue with that? It does take quite a bit of skill, and you got to be used to playing her. Last time fighting this guy. Oh, I guess that my armor broke, wore off. Uh, Yeah, Corvus is ridiculously good. Whoops, I don't need to fight this one again. Corvus is ridiculously good for this for that champion. Um, I can't think of anyone that would really be better. So yeah, probably the right choice. The new Spidey is hype. I think every time a new champ comes out, if they have any kind of damage output or any kind of coolness about them, then they are really hyped. So I watched the movie yesterday, so I'm a little bit hyped up on that. So yeah, he's kind of cool looking. I don't know if he'll be any good. I really don't know much about him, to be honest. Alliance quest completed. Yay! We've completed an alliance quest. Yeah, the first time I had to fight Mysterio, I had to do it without Corvus. because he was still in Alliance Quest. Um, it wasn't quite as easy without Corvus, so yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Um, I mean, Spider-Man is science all day long. He could be tech with the suit or whatever the case may be. I don't know where. I don't know where. I don't know where the skill comes from. Although, Thor being skill, Thor Ragnarok being skill could be kind of say the same thing. But whatever. It is what it is. I mean, any champ could be skill if they're skillful, I guess. Yep, they do make some interesting choices on their classes sometimes. But whatever. It is what it is. I really don't care. Stop being so aggressive. Block every once in a while. Jeez. Thanks. Korg's an alien. Yeah. Yeah, no idea. No idea. You could probably make an argument for a lot of champions in this game. Boom, boom, boom.
Daddy, do you mind if we are in the hallway?
It's fine, but...
Daddy! Daddy!
Oh, what happened there?
Daddy! Daddy!
What? What? No idea what happened there. I got kicked out. Wonder why I could bomb. Hold on, let me read that. I wonder why Ichabod may not make any new champ for the movie Dark Phoenix. I don't know. Probably didn't have too much faith in the movie. I don't know. They might come out with something, something later on. Who knows? People already don't like Phoenix enough. That's a good question. That is a good question. Is it too much to ask for you to evade? Too much to ask? Come on. Evade me. Whatever. If you don't want to evade me, then don't evade me. I don't know what to tell you. Oh no, no! What happened there? I got true strike and you don't. Boom! Yeah, don't stun him. Yeah, that obviously that makes sense. I'm just trying to kill him, but yeah, you are right. You are right, Sir Coat Hanger. Whoa. So everybody else working on this event quest. Everybody having fun with it? Yeehaw! I'm just trying to use up all these stupid energy I have. Boom, boom. Trying to finish 3.3 so I can get to 8. Okay. Sounds like fun. Ooh, we got an Avenger. For some reason, Ronin's an Avenger. Yeah, Corvus makes Uncollected so challenging. Yeah, I feel challenged. Yeah, he's definitely a very solid champ for this. So be good to get this out of the way before I have to bring him to Alliance Quest today. Yep, 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 yep. 3-star Corvus. Yeah. I guess if you want more of a challenge, that would be the way to go. Hey, 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 Mr. Fishy. Boom, 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 boom. I really do like that loading screen though. It's cool. Hey Enzo, how's it going today? Tonight for you, right? How's it going tonight? You killing this event quest? All right. True strike. Boom. Corvus for the win. What have I got here? Win fight against Spider-Verse. Claimed. Claimed. I have to fight 2 over here, right? Yeah. Ooh, Deadpool. Besides the look, he has a cool look to him. Besides the look, what do you like about him? Oh, you get the slow debuff. Is he able to heavy in a combo like She-Hulk is? Because that would be cool.
You doing good, Daddy? You doing good?
Doing good,
Daddy,
bud.
you doing good?
In store, souvenir. What are the stamps for? I haven't really read into it yet, but those would be some kind of probably for crystals or something. I haven't really read for it. With family, how do you keep up with such a high level alliance, arena donations, etc.? I can't do it. Yeah, it's not easy. The donations part, I struggle with gold a little bit, but I usually trade out with. I usually get battle chips for someone. I get enough gold, but to do rank ups and stuff, I usually have to sell ISO or whatever the case may be. But as far as the battle chips, I do. I try to do the 2 4-star arenas, which require, you know, maybe an hour and a half of arena a day, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. I don't really calculate it. And the Alliance Quest and Alliance War really don't take that much time. And usually all that stuff happens after the kids go to bed. Um, so I guess that's how I do it. Um, yeah, it's tough to definitely tough to to balance sometimes. For sure. I won't lie. Sacrifice sleep. Maybe it depends on what you consider sacrificing. I usually sleep, 5 to 6 hours a night. So if that's sacrificing sleep, then yes. I usually go to bed around midnight, maybe 1 a.m. Central Time, then get up about 7 or 8 in the morning to go to work and everything. So, and if ever I'm tired, I just stop playing. I just there are times when I just say, you know what, screw the arena. I'm just going to do my job for the Alliance and do my Alliance quest, do my Alliance war, and usually, hopefully, at that point, you build up um, enough resources where you can take breaks, um, and go from there. But that definitely happens. Oh, mistimed that one. Oh, I get more sleep than you. Okay. Yeah, I would say 5 to 6 hours a night is pretty typical. Today was kind of a weird day because I got I have to work later on today. Normally I work between 8 and 9 in the morning till about 5 6 at night, and then but today I'm working later, and I go into work in about an hour, but I'm off tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter. No, it is not easy to do Alliance Quest and Alliance War with kids jumping on you. That is for sure. When I'm fighting those fights, they are not near me at all. I will be in the other room or whatever, or after they go to bed. Um, yeah, that is a delicate that is a skill that not everyone has to have to deal with, but it is a true skill. I was fighting Alliance Quest the other day, and my wife came up and surprised me out of nowhere, and yeah, I did not survive that one. So that wasn't even a kid that time, but it happens. Yeah, lock the door. Yeah, I do arena all the time with my 2 year old. He's climbing all over me, um, and he knows what I'm doing. Like he knows that what I'm doing requires my focus, so he will climb on top of me and then put his face between me and the screen, so that I can't see. Yeah, that's always fun. My my oldest Xavier, he's on stream sometimes. He does play some. He does have an account, and every once in a while he'll do like the 3-star arena for me if I'm tired or whatever. just so we spend a little bit of time together. He likes to do dungeons with me. He'll bring his champs, and I'll bring some crappy 3-star team just to play with him. So we do that sometimes. Stuff like that. But Xavier's is much of a Marvel geek as I am, so only makes sense that you'd like doing that too. And he likes to play games, so. All right, we got an Avenger. Yay! I like charges. Oh, you did an auto block. That's going to be 2 charges. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sir Thor. I appreciate that. Coaching session, yeah. Oh, same thing happens to you, Flavor Flav. Yeah, he puts his face right in. Oh man, because he knows what's going on. He knows that I need to focus on what's on the screen, so he's just messing with me. And Proxima bites the dust. That Spider-Man's scared right now. He's like, oh no, he already has True Strike. What will I do? You know what? I think I'll take him with Venom this time just to mix things up. You can't evade Venom anyway, so no worries there. Let the kids use your R5 5-star versus a 3-star. They'd be like, yeah, 1. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Yeah, he doesn't care who he beats. He just wants to win. Hey, Master Quacks. He doesn't care. He just likes to win. We could use Corvus, but I've already done Corvus too much. Let's try Venom. Venom likes to fight a Spider-Man anytime. Alright, maybe I was a little too aggressive there. Oh, man. Yum, 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 yum. Bleed. Bleed. Done, son. Alright, we got one more. One more of these. One more. Anything else going on today, guys? I'm just trying to use up as much energy as I can. I have a whole bunch that's going to expire today. So just trying to cruise through these event quests. You really want some cake. I can go for some cake. What kind of cake? What's the why not? Let's get some cake. Order a cake. We'll share a cake. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Oh, we haven't used Thor in a while. Let's try that. Okay, I didn't read the node. I'm dealing 0 damage, so I don't know why. Let's see if I can figure out during the fight. Alright, it's not prove yourself
You still keep sound up.
because I've already gotten over 15 hits. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why you should always read your notes. Not get shot in the head. Alright, maybe it is. I'm dealing damage with my special, so that could be it. The shock is dealing damage, so this must be power shield. That would be my guess. Oh, it's unblockable. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I think it's power shield. You want to try Labyrinth? Oh, sorry. Don't talk about food making me hungry. And it's 3:38 a.m. You want to try Labyrinth or Legends, but the time the kids are in bed, I'm too tired for that. Just no time with the kids. Yeah. Yeah, it can be a very challenging balance. I would have to agree. So that was Power Shield, I'm assuming, and this is Power Shield also. What's unblockable? All specials are unblockable. Okay. So this is why you should read the nodes. Why am I using Corvus? I should just use Quake for this. That's okay. I wonder if my ow, stupid idiot. Yeah, he deals a ton of damage on that. Right, Proxima. Bring it on. All right, we won't talk about food anymore, unless we do. No promises about that. I like me some food. Coffee. I'm not a big coffee person. My wife likes coffee, but I haven't really ever gotten into the coffee. And Labyrinth is no jokes. You got to be focused to play Labyrinth for sure. Definitely can't do that with a 2-year-old hanging off your neck. Can I play Quake Stun Immune style? Yes, I can. Um, for most fights, though, I feel that stunning the opponent actually is better because you can build up your um, aftershock meter quicker if you're not evading all the time. So she ends fights quicker, and it's a more reliable way of playing her. Um, and a lot of people, think that you have to um, play stun immune, or they call it stun immune style, um, in order to be effective with her, and that's definitely not the case. Very rarely do you actually need to play Quake stun immune style
Have fun.
to be effective with her, and I find it more effective not to. Drank too much already. Too much coffee. And honestly, that Master Quack, that's coming from someone that I use Quake in war almost every war, um, and it's just my opinion. It works to me. It's more effective and obviously a safer way to fight war fights and most of the fights that you're going to come across. And even when the opponent is stun immune, I still like to parry because you can. But yeah, there are situations where you have to evade, then dex evade um, to be effective with her, and when I have to do that, I will. But as far as normal everyday Quake play for me, no, nope, not what I do. Am I opening anything after completion? Well, we can definitely look. I don't know what I would have to open. I probably can open a 5-star. I don't think I'll have enough for a 6-star. Um, so we'll see. We'll see what I have. I'll open everything I got when I can.
Sal needs new clothes. Zachary poured water on his head.
Okay, but I've been using Quake for about 2 years now. She was actually one of the first. She was one of my first R4s. Um, and I've always liked her. She's always been a favorite of mine for sure. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom. How much am I willing to spend tomorrow? I already know how much I'm going to spend tomorrow, and that is 0. I'm taking a break from spending for a little while. I got so many things going on this summer. Taking a trip, back home to Maine in August, and then also going to NYCC. So, you know, going to use my money for that as opposed to anything that they're going to offer tomorrow. And it's actually kind of a pretty good feeling knowing that it doesn't matter what they offer, I'm not going to bother with it. Um, I've been no stranger to spending money on this game, but I won't be for a little while. Yeah, actually, I feel more comfortable with Quake when I'm against the wall. That's where I'm at my biggest comfort level. And actually, it's helped me against with some other champs um, when they get up against the wall. Trying to stay at that comfort level. And the champion broke my spirit. No, the champion did not break any spirit. It was a tough fight for me. Obviously, I struggled with it, and got to my spending limit way earlier than I wanted to, and that happens. And that probably, in a way, helped me with this 4th of July deal coming up. That it's not worth it at this point. Not worth it to me right now. Have I gone back into that fight? No. I have completed quite a few paths since then on 6.2.3, 6.2.4, those types of deals. But I haven't gone back into the champion at this point. See, I hate it when that happens. Oh well. I can't get the momentum right against the wall with Quake. Okay. What are you struggling with exactly? Me right there. I have more trouble, like you just saw, getting back to the wall because I pressed the screen too hard. When I'm using Quake, you gotta kind of have a light touch with her when you're dexing back. Otherwise, the heavy doesn't take effect, which is kind of weird, but that's what happens. So you actually can't touch the screen very hard. I don't know what causes it, but it always seems to happen. So we gotta have kind of a light touch there. Um, but I usually, once I get back to the wall, I usually have zero issues because I just find it. I'm in a comfort zone, and I think that's only something that you can practice. I don't think it's something that is just going to happen. Like I'm trying to practice to not use block, just quakes, evade, and dex. Yeah, I mean you can. It is definitely an effective means of using some fights. Um, and I guess Master Quacks, what are you doing? Get out of my. Hmm. um, I think a lot of people. Wow, a lot of people feel that if you can't do that, you can't use Quake, and I'm out there trying to tell people, Quake is going to be extremely effective for you if you evade parry, and it's a much easier, safer way to do it. And honestly, I think it's more effective because again, when you parry, you stun, and that allows you to build up more charges on her, so that you actually deal more damage um, when the aftershock comes. Now, if you're talking about bringing Quake against stun immune, and you want to practice her because of that, I mean, then obviously that's what you got to practice. Um, but if you're talking about trying to reduce damage, um, one thing about Quake when she's duped is, she actually reflects damage back to the opponent, so it's really not that big of a deal to take a parry, parry damage. Take a parry, I mean, it's reduced damage anyway. Um, you don't want to play non-existent dungeons with me? No. What happened there? Why did I get that notification? That's weird. Hey Dap, how do you feel about the state of the game with people now rank 2, 6 stars, and max civ all? Yeah. Fortunately, those are not, that common. I mean, obviously, there's a large handful, maybe, you know, wow, that was terrible. There's a large handful of people that spend a ton of money on this game, and their rosters are ridiculously sick, and are going to be far beyond what the normal person. Um, oh, you can invite someone to dungeons. Okay, far beyond what any normal person can do. Um, it's happened at various points in the game. Usually, when uh, when you get to a certain point where you can only buy certain things, then you know those spenders get ahead. But eventually, the rest of the community catches up because they actually hold people back at that point by not allowing them to rank to R3. Um, you know, if all that stuff was for sale all the time, then you know they'd have maxed out 6 stars by now because they'd spend to get there, and then it would definitely be an unfair advantage. They're going to be better. They're going to have better rosters. They're going to have um, better prestige, which gives them better chances to get rewards. Um, and it sucks, but it's kind of always been that way, and it's how the game makes its money. So it's going to continue to be that way. But if you can still be successful in the game and still compete at a high level and do all the things that they can do without putting in all that money. Um, it's just you're not going to have the sexy, um, SIG 200, um, 6-star champion. It's not going to happen for a long time. Eventually, we'll get there. Wow, come on now. But that's not new. Um, that's not new. This game has been in that spot. It's had that dynamic to it a few times throughout the history of the game. Certainly has. Pretty much stun immune, but I can't. I remember if Unstoppable is one of them. Quake can counter just by using Dex and Quake evades. Quake can counter Unstoppable, without dexing. You can still block with Unstoppable. The one thing that you can't stop by that you have to do the Dex evade for is unblockable. If you're facing unblockable, then you would have to do the Dex evade. Um, but any other fight can be done by Dex block. Dex parry. You don't need to do the Dex evade. Yeah, the Cavalier crystals definitely had a new dynamic to it. I mean, they're giving these guys a ton more 6-star champions than everybody else, and yeah, it's definitely a dynamic that's tough. Could you use the Quake for the first 90% of the champion? I think you could. I don't think there's anything, unless he has True Strike. I don't think there's anything that's in that fight that would stop you from using Quake. That's kind of a really really difficult fight to choose to do that for that long. Yeah, it's all about the 6 stars. It's all about the future. Duping those 6 stars and getting 8 million SIGs on them and all that fun stuff. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Am I missing the? Yeah, I'm missing the evade one. Let's get the fourth charge. No, stop evading me. Stop avoiding me. Fight me like a boy. Curse you, Spider-Man. Don't die. Ah. Boo. Boo. Are there 6-star max crystals? I do not know. That's a question for the 10 people or so that have max. And actually, I don't even know if they know because no, they would probably know because I'm sure they've actually pulled more. So I don't know. I want to assume that they do, but what are they going to give you? They're not going to give you 7-star shards. I don't know. I do not know. Oh, you stupid idiot. Oh, I hate that unstoppable. I'm gonna get in the corner. I'm in the corner. I'm out of the corner. You're gonna wish that you were never born. Alright, I got him. Don't worry, guys. I got him. I got him. Don't worry. Yeah, they could give more 6 stars shards, I guess. But that kind of devalues it. Maybe it's more. I don't know. I don't think that they really thought that they'd have too many max sig 6 stars out there at this point. So hard to say. How many more fights we got? One more pass. One. I did D. Yep, I'm just gonna do E. Alright. Alright. I can do that. Oh, I'm probably gonna join Alliance Quest here pretty soon, which means I'm gonna lose my Corvus. But no big deal. No big deal. I live in Houston, Texas. I'm from Maine originally, but I've lived in Houston for about 6 years. I currently reside in the Houston area. Yeah, I've always been a big sports fan. I grew up playing sports, and I've always been a big sports fan. I played in high school. I played baseball, basketball, football, and wrestling. In college, I played baseball. and I am a fan of Boston area teams and Houston area teams. Yeah, sports have always been a big part of my life. I still um, try to be as active with stuff as possible. I play tennis with my son. Um, I play golf quite a bit.
Guys,
Hey,
what are you doing, Joey?
I'm talking to people on the internet. What are you doing?
Okay. What are you doing, Zaki?
Let's see, Zachary.
No. He's streaming, guys. Get out. Get out, guys. He's streaming. What do you think of my cape? What do you think of my cape, Daddy?
Oh, it looks nice. No participation trophies. Yeah, you gotta in it to win it. For sure.
Just Thomas?
I'm getting beat up by Spider-Man. Spider-Man. I can't reach him. No.
Are you fighting Stealth Suit one?
No, I'm fighting Stark Enhanced. Oh man.
You said that you were gonna fight
Yeah, I already fought the Stealth Suit one, bub. Yeah, that's my 9-year-old telling the two little ones to get out.
Okay.
But it ain't gonna happen.
Okay.
Come here. Where's your clothes? Oh. Say hi.
Hey, hi.
Say how are you?
How are you?
You want to run away now? Okay. Wait, did I finish this? Was I done with this? Wasn't even paying attention.
Zachary, you want to go say hi?
That
Yeah.
was a good.
Nope.
Don't bother. All right, let's see where. Hello. Let's see where.
Hey, Joe.
Let the kid pilot for you. Yeah. All right, what do we got here? So dreaming about that way today. Okay. No, Zach. No. Zachary, no. Stop. Careful. So this Magneto is all or nothing. Can't taunt him, and he has 200% power gain. So a lot of champs would have trouble with this one. What's mine is yours. So with what's mine is yours, you have to. They take very little damage unless they're under a weakness debuff. So I have resonate active. Oops. I have resonate active, so I'll get weakness every so often. Unfortunately, I did not get enough weaknesses here, so I'm going to have to recycle my charges. Not good. One second, Bo.
What's the eighth one? Eighth one.
I got a weakness now, but I got no glaive charges, so I'm dealing like no damage.
No.
Yeah, this fight can be challenging if you don't get the weaknesses you want. Ow! That hurt. That hurt. Alright, but already get my charges back. So I just need weakness. So would like him to stop her to stop evading. Ow! This is not going quite according to plan. You got the weakness. Oh, almost got him. Got it. Dead. Woo! Oh man, what a bad fight. Problem is you deal no damage, like very little damage unless they're under weakness, which really sucks. No, go. Alright, this one, all or nothing. I'll use the best all or nothing champ in the game, in my opinion. What's also cool about Quake against Hela is that she's not going to be able to use her cheat death
Go put this in my piggy bank.
if she's under concussion, which she will be. So she just dies. Well, that's it for now for that. And these kids are going crazy, so I am going to end stream now so that I can, I guess, parent. But I will. I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay.